You are watching the worst roller coaster channel on the internet. Your favorite coaster sucks.
I'm Zach, and I'm going to tell you the 7 worst roller coasters. Now, before I tell you the worst coasters, I just want to say, this is not my opinion, it's all fact. So if it's hard for you to swallow, too bad. And yes, I've ridden all these coasters, so if there's one you think should be on this list but isn't, I probably haven't ridden it yet. But let me know which one in the comments section below. So if you want to see another RMC built, hit the like button and subscribe with the notification bell turned on. Now let's get to the list.
Number 7, Cheetah.
You know it's a bad coaster when it's in a park full of old Vekomas and is one of the worst. This ride is not only rough as hell, it's also got no airtime or laterals. This means you get beat up and get nothing for it, except for the credit. I don't even know if RMC could do anything with this coaster. They'd probably just be like, well, we'll just build it from the ground up on the spot like Iron Wolf and Goliath.
Number 6, Flight of Fear.
I'm only talking about the Flight of Fear at Kings Island, because it's been 15 years since I rode the one at Kings Dominion, and I remember it being good. But the one at Kings Island I rode in 2019, and it's painfully rough and, due to a complete stop on the mid-course brake run, painfully slow. So the first couple elements are alright, but then the rest has the same problem as Cheetah. It beats you up, but there's nothing exciting to back it up.
Number 5, Lavabora.
I was really excited to finally ride this coaster, as I had grown up riding Rolling Thunder at Six Flags Great America and later Disaster Transport at Cedar Point. I also got the chance to ride Rolling Thunder's relocated self at the Great Escape, Alpine Bobsled. But, unfortunately, Lavabora was really rough and slow, so unlike the others, it wasn't fun or enjoyable. Also, for some reason, they make everyone sit 1 per seat as opposed to 2, which the restraint is designed for, so knowing it's an Intamin doesn't exactly make it feel safe.
Number 4, Boomerang.
Okay, you can just fill in whichever classic Boomerang you want. And I will say, the one at Fiesta, Texas is the best one I've been on, but it still isn't a particularly good coaster. And I'm not talking about the giant inverted boomerangs, because I loved all 3 of the original Deja Vus, but I haven't been on any of the relocations or international models. But I have been on plenty of the classic Vekoma boomerangs, and generally, they suck. So for me personally, going backwards, especially in inversions, is nauseating, and that makes these rides pretty unbearable with the roughness.
Number 3, Ghost Rider.
To be clear, I'm talking about old Ghost Rider. I've ridden new Ghost Rider, and it's almost as good as it used to be. And I know you're thinking, but it's here on the list of worst coasters. That's right. The first time I rode this coaster in January 2007, it was so intensely rough, it hurt my stomach. So it made the great layout unenjoyable. But the second time I rode this in March 2009, it was on fire. Absolutely one of my favorite wooden coasters. Amazing how temperamental this ride could be. One of the worst wooden roller coasters I'd ridden to one of the best wooden roller coasters I'd ridden.
Number 2, The Boss.
I've ridden this coaster many times between 2004 and 2019, and it's never been good. There's been times it's less bad, and times like in 2019 when I rode with my dad, and we both nearly needed to call it a day immediately after. And because of that, it's number 2 on this list. Okay, before we get to number 1, I just want to say, I hope you liked this list, or that it pissed you off. But either way, please hit the like button, because it'll make your phone pour beer.
Number 1, X2.
Just kidding.
Number 1, the Coney Island Cyclone.
One ride on this was all I needed to know I had the worst ride experience of my life. This was the most intensely rough and painful ride I've ever been on. I honestly felt chest pain after riding this ride. Plus, to make matters worse, you have to pay $8, or maybe even more at this point, per ride. That's why it's the worst coaster. For more of the Worst Roller Coaster channel on the internet, click on one of these other videos and don't forget to subscribe. It'll make you really happy if you do. Check out one of these videos, I'm sure it'll piss you off.